This is a warning before I get into the actual topical stuff of this video here. What we are going to discuss is an ongoing legal matter and features a very graphic subject matter. Something that I won't be digging deep into detail about. If you want to know the legal situation, follow some of my fellow bronies that are sadly closer to the situation than I am. I'm only here to help my fellow community members get over it and get my thoughts in, as well as bring some words of inspiration and positivity. This has been a trying couple of days, and it seems a week or so, for the community that this channel is directly involved in. The brony analysis community. But first, a little background. Nearly 3 years ago, when I first became a brony, this channel was known by a different name, Code America. It lacked direction, it lacked focus, and it lacked an overall purpose. And so did I. After becoming a brony, I started seeking out other YouTube bronies. I found 3 in particular. DigiBrony, or now the analyzer of anime, DigiBro. Tommy Oliver also has another channel known as Rebel Pixels, and Dr. Wolf 001, as well as others such as Golden Fox, who I adore, and MLP Silver Quill. These are YouTube channels that, if you're new to the fandom or looking for more brony space like mine, I would highly recommend. But it was those core 3 that turned my love of the show and my interest in analyzing it into the seismic shift that has become what this channel is. Without these 3 bronies, Code Equestria would not exist as it is today, proudly. It was one of the smartest decisions, not only for me as a YouTube creator, but me personally and spiritually, to join the fandom. These last 3 years have been the joy of my life, and they will continue. After all, we've got a new season of New 26 to look forward to, as well as a bunch of Equestria stuff. But sadly, as much as I would like to talk about the excitement of what's coming, unfortunately, our community was dealt a blow. A channel that I am personally subscribed to, and a guy that, before finding this out, I did not highly respect for his MLP critique, but more of his wrestling critique. ToonKriticY2k. Now, he's not been YouTube's biggest darling. He's gotten his channel taken down a couple of times, other things, and he's known to be depressed and having anger problems, and somewhat is a jerk. All this would be fine, except for what we in the community discovered recently. There's no easy way to say this. He is a pedophile, having erotic fan fiction conversations with a 14-year-old Filipino girl. How anyone can be so stupid, and let alone know that he is being stupid, and do nothing about it, is beyond me. Thankfully, the rest of the brony community has done all they can to scrub this man's memory from existence, as well as pointing the proper situations to legal authorities a week before finally speaking out. If you follow some of the channels I mentioned just a minute ago, some of them have started to speak on the matter. I am not part of the analysis community in that way. I'm not part of the close-knit group. However, I would be remiss without saying that I want to be, and I openly support all the channels that are part of that net. Except this one. Stupid idiocy should not be rewarded in any manner, let alone this manner. I don't know what ToonKritic was thinking, but he wasn't thinking. And that is unacceptable. But what is also unacceptable is the fear and the hatred thrown towards our community that will no doubt come from this. So I'm here to offer these words to my brothers in arms, the good of us. This fandom and this show and working on it from a weekly basis for the last 3 years of my life. Comic reviews, episode reviews, analytical fan works, friendship tables. I have met some great friends on YouTube and on Twitch because I joined this fandom. But more importantly, it filled a hole in my soul. It purified me as a human being. It gave me moral center. It gave me spiritual rights, and I have never been a better human being than I am right now. As of this Friday, I will be 34 years young. I have never felt better spiritually. I have never been more in a zone and more true for what I am doing right now. And I have Dr. Wolf, Tommy Oliver, Silver Quill, Elmira, all of you to thank. Mad Munchkin, Miss Afropony. You know who you all are. Finn the Pony. If it seems like I'm name dropping, it is because these are all channels that I subscribe to, that I support, and help made me and this channel what it is. Not only in front of this camera, but when the camera is off. This show, its fandom, its creativity is born in me in the form of inspiration. The Alicorn of Inspiration is not a nickname. It is not something fancy. To me, it is a lifestyle decision that I have made and will continue to make. I was born with cerebral palsy, a disease that causes every day, every choice that you make to be a fight with yourself and with the outside world and the ridicule it brings. From constantly being teased at school, hated on by teachers, and the government trying to classify me as dumb, to the Ku Klux Klan in my backyard, burning cross and all, when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I've had to deal with those walls and breaking them down every single day for about 34 years now. And the first piece of inspiration I would love to give my brethren is this: no matter what the wall is in life, don't stare at the wall and look at it. Don't wonder what it is. Don't even look deep inside yourself and criticize it. Crash through it. Break the wall down. Any challenge that you face, anytime that you question whether you're doing the right thing, break the wall down. If your spirit is in the right, is in the light, and you know that one person does not spoil the actions of thousands in positive light, then we all must come together as a fandom and break this dark wall down and scrub this memory of him and his darkness from our collected memories and move on and become stronger because of it. To that end, we must continue to do what we must do. We must continue to be charitable. We must continue to do the right thing. But most importantly, on the streets, we must decide to make this and the message that this show and franchise brings not only part of our personas, but part of our lifestyles, and ask ourselves every day whether we are living up to the best versions of ourselves in this lifestyle and out of it. And if anybody challenges whether we are pure of soul, meet it with humility, with class, and continue to do the right thing and break the walls of hatred down and of negativity. And if any of us should falter in this mission, first we must find out if they can be assisted. But if things get as bad as this has gotten, face it down with justice and do the right thing for the souls affected. I'm not knee deep in this issue, nor did I know the man. But I know what is right and what is wrong. I know what is just and what is not. And I hope the book gets thrown for a very long time. But to my brethren, this is the time that not only must we continue to do what we do and fight harder, but we must rebuild out of this with a newfound vigor, a newfound inspiration, and we must walk through the wall and through the door. Those that live every day not thinking about the positivity of life fail to see the many options of a brighter tomorrow. May this situation with what has happened here not only cause us to reflect as a fandom and as a group, but cause us to begin a new dawn of doing the right thing, of being greater people, of working even harder and breaking the walls of our own limitations down, so that one man or even a group of people can't define the message, because the message, my fellow bronies, that's what we fight for, and that, if we do our part together, will never die. And I will fight until I die to keep the message alive. The only question I got for all of you, my fellow analyzers in arms, is who's willing to fight for the positivity of that message with me? Because if you're willing to, then despite all of this, we've only just begun to fight back.